Hi, everybody. I'm Donna Norris, Soul Level Intuitive,
Hi, and I'm Bree Swanson, and I'm from Small Medium at Large.
and together we're continuing our series by popular viewer demand on healing crystals. So, this series and the next 7 or 8 videos that'll be coming up, we'll be talking about crystals and stones that can enhance your emotional and mental well-being. Because, we all go through challenges. We all have things that we have to overcome. And that's why we have 7 or 8 videos, because there are a lot of crystals and gemstones that fall into this category. So we're going to keep them roughly in alphabetical order so that you can refer back to them a little bit easier later if you need to, if you want to go back to the video, or for those of you that are taking notes, you can find it a lot faster the next time you need the information, right?
Yeah. And these are beautiful crystals for beginners, even all the way up to advanced. There's a lot of different ways that you can use them. And I guess I also wanted to talk about handling them and water, because obviously with each crystal, you gotta cleanse them a different way. Some crystals you really shouldn't get wet, because they can either dissolve or become toxic, or you can get residue all over your fingers. So making sure that you are handling them with care and doing your good research and taking care of them to the best of your ability is important as well.
So if you're not sure whether or not you should get one wet, don't. You can use sage. If you have some sage that you can burn, you can just burn it in around the crystal. You can also bless it by saying a prayer or an intention to cleanse and recharge the crystal. But definitely after you handle them, wash your hands, because some of them just emit gases and residue and things like that that you can't really see, but that will still show up on your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also want to point out, as always, that we don't speak doctor, that we are not doctors, and these are in no way, shape, or form intended to replace any kind of emotional or mental health meds that you may be on. This is to enhance and aid the effect of whatever regimen that you're undertaking, whether it's Western medicine, Eastern medicine, homeopathic medicine. This is all meant to complement those treatments. So please consider that. You can also, if you're starting to feel something, you can pull this out first before you go to the doctor, just to see if you can energetically clear it up, if it's not an urgent case. So with that being said, I just want to talk about how, if you are new and if you are a beginner with crystals, you may be a little confused or uncertain about how to use them. And that's okay. But, your heart definitely has been through some stuff, right? Your heart needs healing. Your spirit is seeking peace. Your soul wants you to live a balanced life. And you can use these crystals to such good intention that you can make these things your new reality. You can use them to help you evolve and to up level as you walk through, the challenges and the experiences of your life in this lifetime. So I just want you to know that these stones can clear sadness. They can wash away fear. They can relieve anxiety. They can empower you. They can give you a strength of vitality and courage and joy, so that you can really move forward and positively and with a renewed sense of purpose in your life. So if you are new to this and you're not quite sure how to go, just make believe, use your imagination, and pretend that I'm here and Bree's here, and we're going to go hand in hand. We'll walk through these crystals together, and you can always leave your questions, any kind of thing like that about how to use any given crystal that we talk about. Put them in the comments, okay? Like what you hear in these videos, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. And we're going to be growing it. We're hoping to see more of you, and we're hoping to bring more things like this that you've said you can use. So with that, I guess we can get started, okay?
Yeah.
Good. I'll let Bree kick it off if you don't mind.
Right. So I guess the first thing we were going to talk about is different colors of agate, or I guess different agates in general.
Yeah,
We've got a little brown agate.
yeah,
Okay.
that's a pretty one.
Yeah. Um, but agates, they're really great for emotionally strengthening yourself, and they're good for grounding. Their agates in general are pretty nurturing in general. So they're just good. It's a good crystal, a beginner crystal to have. It
They're
definitely,
very stabilizing and emotionally strengthening influences. So you can't really go wrong. And they come literally in almost every color of the rainbow. Agate is it grows grown all over the world. Comes
yeah,
out of the ground all over the place.
yeah. And it's so versatile too. I mean, I feel like one of these you can do just about anything. It has it has that sense of like, you can do it. I'm here for
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Yeah.
So where's the fire agate? I know you have a really pretty fire agate.
Okay. So
That's real.
this is fire agate. It gives that sense of like oomph, like that confidence, and it's really good for healing emotions that are not serving you.
Yeah, it's sort of like gives you that zest for life and puts you back in touch with your passion for living again. It's great. And it aligns your etheric body with the physical body, which is what helps create that spark and keeps the spark going. So, and it opens channels of creativity with the creator, with the universe too. It's really good for artists and people like that who are creative at heart. So that's a good one. And then there's moss agate. I think I have a moss agate. I know Bree's got moss agate. They actually look like they've got little plants growing in them. I don't know if you can see that,
It's pretty.
but it does look like moss is in there. Some of them, moss agates, are solid green, more like this one, but you can see an agate, it's some semi-translucent. You can kind of see through them. A lot of people like to put lights behind them and shine them. They're so pretty. But moss agate is really good for encouraging spiritualization in all aspects of your life. It balances emotions and it helps transmute negative energy. And it can also help you like let go of or cut cords with or otherwise release karmic attachments that may be from this life or even a past life. So it's really good.
Yeah. And then I also have a piece. I know we weren't going to talk too much about flower agate, but I wanted to share this piece of flower agate that I have. And it's great for aiding in blooming transformations
Right
and
on. Yeah, I love it. That's really pretty.
really allowing those good things to continue happening in your life, and spark that sense of joy and wonder, and like, and it also helps with like the mind and having the mind act creatively to new situations. So if you need a little inspiration, flower agate is definitely the way to go.
And these are pretty easy to find. So
Yeah.
another one that's easy to find that's also beautiful is blue lace agate. And it's really pretty. It's got different striations of blue, like different shades of blue. Just a great stone. Bree's got one that's really a pretty soft
This
color.
one's a little more matte.
Yeah, it's really good to help with patience and it creates an atmosphere of peace. Look at that one. You can see all the lines and the layers and stuff in it. Isn't that pretty?
Mm.
So it also reinforces that our words, our thoughts become our words, and our words create our reality, right? So it can be a reflection of your highest self if you want it to be. And that's this stone, kind of keeps that top of mind. What we think, we say, what we say, we do, what we do, we become. And
Mhm.
so if you want to become your highest self, these are great little stones to hold on to. It underscores the value of communicating your truth,
Yeah.
getting in touch with what's true for you and being standing in that power and saying so.
Yeah. And I've got a list of stones that help kind of like cleanse other stones. I know that there's two that like don't need to be cleansed, or,
Yeah, yeah.
anything, nothing needs to happen to these two specific stones that we're going to go on in the future and talk about. But this is one of the stones that can help kind of cleanse and coincide nicely with other stones because it's so calming, and
Yeah, you can
this
actually
has
get a
really,
slice of agate and use it as a charging plate for your other crystals. Set your other crystals on it to
yeah,
charge.
it has a really good energy, and I highly recommend it, especially if, you have trouble with like, you know, calming down. It'll give you that sense of calm in a really beautiful way.
And it's really good too about shifting away from negative thought patterns. If you're one of those kind of people who have like this inner parent, this constant criticism going on inside your head, and you want to shift away from that, right? Who needs any more of that? You want to shift your thought patterns into something positive. Agate's a really good, soft, gentle, empowering stone for that. So, yeah.
And then next we've got Amazonite.
Pretty. Yeah. Yeah, see this one. Mine has a little copper inclusion in it. But beautiful stone.
Yeah.
It's called the Stone of Truth. Bree's
Yeah.
usually the one that says that, but whenever we talk about it, it's the Stone of Truth. It's got a nickname, and
Yeah.
it assists us with perceiving the truth, what's true for us, and even what's true for others. Sometimes you can tell when you're in tune with your Amazonite energy and frequency if someone's not being completely authentic or completely truthful. So,
And this is also lovingly known as the gambler stone.
oh, there's
So
another.
that coincides with what you said as well. Very
Yeah.
lucky stone, good for, abundance and all of that, but gives that intuition, as helps with that intuition as well.
Yeah, because if you can read the other people, you can read the energy in the room, you can know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Yes.
Yeah, it's also good for moving beyond the fear of making a change. If you want to do something, but you're just kind of nervous about whether you should make that move, make that change, or even call somebody on behavior that's not acceptable, confrontation, or if you have a fear of being judged, this stone is a really powerful, stone to help you face that and speak your truth and walk right through it. I mean, they can't kick you off the planet, right? So just say what's true for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right.
It
What do
helps you get away from self-sabotage too. So
we, yeah.
with that being said, I would love to talk about amber.
Ooh.
Amber comes in a bunch of colors. This is kind of the stereotypical golden amber. You can see through it. Amber is actually a resin, prehistoric resin. Oh, that was, and the really cool ones have like little insects in there or little pieces of leaf in there. And, but it's an amazing stone. And it comes in a bunch of colors. It comes in green and it comes in a honey color. I've got a honey colored one right here. Oh, Bree's got a really pretty one on.
Oh,
Yeah. So it helps you connect with, the light beings and integrating light energy, into the physical body. And whenever you can, it's like we have to have sun, right? We have to get our vitamin D. Amber kind of connects us to that solar ray and that light energy that helps support the physical body and spark and energetic healing.
mm-hmm.
Helps us also to process, say, less than desirable frequencies into something that's higher, because it's like a reset button. You can just reset when you have your amber, think of your amber and just shift your thinking from positive into negative.
Mm-hmm.
Great for switching your outlook around.
And it's beautiful for, grounding, and then,
Oh, yeah, of
getting that,
course.
that good stuff in return. So,
And emotionally, it also helps people like me who have seasonal affective disorder. Not everybody can move where there's no winter. I am so lucky. But, so if you are where winter gets you down, I mean, it's really true for a lot of people. And some people get it in the summer. They can't handle the heat and they don't want to, so seasonal affective disorder is real. And this is a really good stone for helping you deal with that, process through that, and kind of stay balanced and on even keel.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Naturally enhancing mood balancer. Yeah. So you had an Apache tier also. We wanted to talk about that.
Yes.
This is a really pretty, it's got a little bit of a shine to it, but a lot of times when you see it, it's a matte black. And
Yeah.
the Native American stone, hence the name, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful stone, especially to work with, because it does have it. This is obsidian. There's, a bunch of teeny tiny obsidians kind of like rolled up into one, and there's another mineral that I forgot that Apache
Yeah.
tear is also composed of. But it is it is highly protective, very emotionally soothing. Um, it eases that pain of loss and sadness, and it's deeply spiritual as well. So you'll start going in with your intuition, and you'll kind of get those messages from your guides clearly, and they'll help you navigate with the stone as well. So it's beautiful to work with your guides, and finding new truths about yourself and whatever you're dealing with.
This one may pop up again when we get to psychic stones,
Yeah.
but the Native Americans used to go on vision quests, and spiritually it offers protection in vision quests while you're looking within for
Mhm.
your but it does also, just from a strictly spiritual sense, help us to see the spiritual lesson in a particular experience, or maybe something painful that's happened, or just, something that's happened that you need to see the lesson in, and it's really hard to find it. This will help you. You can meditate with it. You can carry it in your pocket. You can put it next to your bed for when you're sleeping. So sometimes you can go to sleep and wake up with a knowing and an understanding that you didn't have when you went to bed the night before. So it's a really good stone for that. And with that, we are going to say goodbye for now. And
Yeah.
again, hit like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. And we hope to see you again on next volume 2.
Bye. Thank you.